take a moment to pause, truly reflect on the spiritual opportunity we want, one that is both rare and precious. How does that feel for you? Do you feel gratitude, appreciation, awe, wonder, and a sense of responsibility? How does this feel for you at this moment? All the causes and conditions brought you here. First, I want you to connect this kind of emotions. So these emotions are important to carry into the journey you are about to embark on, for this is a path that can transform your life and the lives of others, right? As we begin, let me recite the prayer I recite every day at the end of Vajrayogini long sadhana. In Tibetan, Hamo tsema damchi tsematan, tejo sunyan choktu tsemate, denba ditakini hamonam, dacha jesu zimbe gyuru gyuru chik. English translation roughly, may the truth of the authentic dakinis, or valid dakinis, or genuine dakinis, their genuine commitments, authentic commitments, and their utterly true words inspire these dakinis to care for each and every one of us. May the truth of the authentic dakinis, their genuine commitments, and their utterly true words inspire these dakinis to care for each and every one of us. So these authenticity, validity, truth, and genuineness refer to the same word, tsemma in Tibetan. Tsemma also refers to logic, validity. Confidence and conviction in these are key on the tantric path. Why? Why confidence? Confidence is essential when we walk on the path of Anuttara Yoga Tantra, highest Yoga Tantra. Especially, it is a foundation upon which the practice stands. Without that, there is no practice to stand on. Without conviction in the power of this path, we cannot progress fully. To invite the protection and the guidance of the dakinis, we must first have faith in these authentic commitments and the truth of their teachings. This confidence empowers us to follow the tantric path with clarity and strength. This part is a little bit challenging, especially in the West. But we need to be convinced that this practice works, both intellectually and from the depth of our hearts. I would say depth of our guts. Some thoroughly rely on the faith in their teacher, but true confidence arises from understanding combined with faith and trust. Do you agree? There are lots of religions and religious cultures in the world. Some traditions really rely on the gurus or the teacher just on the basis of faith. But here in our tradition, we combine understanding how the tantric path leads to enlightenment, how the tantra works is crucial. Understanding of that is crucial. Don't you think? We practice tantra, we need to know how things works. We may not be able to know, of course, completely, fully, until we really come to the deepest understanding. But at least we can get started, have a glimpse into this kind of validity we are talking about, authenticity and the confidence in that. This is, I would call, the walking base for the practitioners who wishes to reach enlightenment for the benefit of others. So the key to success is not necessarily intellectual or intelligence, but rather a single-minded, single-pointed mind full of conviction, trust, devotion, and the faith in the path and the teaching and the one or ones that present that teachings and the capacity, our own capacity to tread this journey. So I would like to say a few words here as a preliminary Vajrayogini, highest yoga tantra preliminary teaching. Traditionally, Lama spend a lot of time focusing on the preliminary or foundation groundwork, so to speak, so that we can build a beautiful building on the top. In a way, this is the highest yoga tantra, So you are supposed to have some kind of structure already, base ground, strong foundation of the renunciation, which is this kind of a sense of weary of this reoccurring suffering, same old kind of life we have been leading uncontrollably. At this point, we have some kind of determination. I've done that, I've been there, I'm not going to go back there, or I'm not going to stay this, or same old life, but I have an alternative. I'm going to jump off the cliff, or I'm going to go for the freedom instead of bondage, staying in the bondage in a comfort zone. So I think all of you click this button to join this preliminary session, and tomorrow empowerment. You have that sense of renunciation. I trust that. And also I want you to trust yourself. So that's kind of things Lama talks during this occasion, preliminary session. So I was start talking about the working basis for the practitioner. So there are three things I can talk about. The ripening path, it's called the ripening path. This is the technical term. Ripening path is the initiation. Initiation ripens our seed or plant our seed. So it's kind of entryway, you can say, that for these seeds to grow on the path and blossom into the enlightenment. Without that seed, ripening path, there's no blossoming of the enlightenment. So that's the first one. Ripening path is the initiation or empowerment. The one is fit to take the empowerment. If one has you can say, traditionally you can say intellectual understanding of the graduate path to enlightenment. Lamrim. So Lamrim, as all of you know, is the entire map, enlightening map, entire Buddha's teaching, map of the Buddha's teaching. So make sure you have some, at least, intellectual understanding. Then many of you have been practicing for quite a long time. Some of you have been practicing for many years. So you should have the experience of each point, genuine feeling, the change. This is about the transformation of our mind. For example, we are meditating on refuge. Do you have that experience, embodied experience of refuge? So that's the kind of next step. First, intellectual understanding, study, read, and participate, and maybe going through the e-learning and so forth. And then you have an experience, but the experience is still some come and go and not stable. Then finally realization. Realization is non-dual. You are that. You have no doubt about it. You have a genuine realization, actualization of that specific topic. So there are lots to work on still. Some people think, that's a Sutrayana. I already completed, graduated to Sutrayana. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to enter Tantra or something like that. That's wrong motivation. Tantra encompasses the Sutra. Strong Sutra practice, Sutra teaching are the foundation of Tantra. If you have a genuine realization, even I would say some experience, then Tantra is automatic. It pushes you into the Tantra. So some of you may be that way as well. Steered by this, your long-term practice and the experience of Sutra came to Tantra automatically. So anyway, so that's the first part, empowerment. Then liberating path. This is also technical term. The path that actually liberates us or bring us, guide us to enlightenment is the practice itself. The one who is fit to do is one with Lamrim base. On top of that, the initiation or empowerment and who has entered the path of our practical meditational deities. What practice we enter into. That's the Vajrayogini path. And then how part. This is the first initial part is by the red powder mandala called the Sindura mandala of the blessing of the four initiations of Vajrayogini. So this is, I would call maybe working basis, more kind of external level, so to speak. Initiation, practice, and the specificity of initiation. Then why practice? We already touched why practice Tantra. When we set the motivation for engaging in Vajrayogini practice, we should ask ourselves, right? Why practice Tantra? Why Vajrayogini? Why highest yoga Tantra? Maybe we can do each of us. Of course, the answer should arise from a deep concern and compassion for others, right? We don't take this path lightly, but with a resolve by bodhicitta, the wish to reach enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. Bodhicitta. I just touched the renunciation at the beginning, this determination to be free from this reoccurring suffering called samsara. And on top of that, now we have this bodhicitta, resolution, resolve. This is the ultimate goal. In Lamrim teaching, we have 3 goals we present step by step. Like our goal is attain the better rebirth so that we can continue this journey, continue to have a precious human life and help others and fulfill our lives and the spiritual journey. And the second goal is achieve liberation, freedom from this suffering, vicious cycle of suffering lives called samsara. And the third goal is the ultimate one, to reach Buddhahood, to help others and attain full, complete enlightenment. Shantideva, the great Buddhist master, teaches that the selflessness leads to happiness, while selfishness leads to suffering. Shantideva's word, very simple formula, but we always forget. Bodhicitta, the altruistic wish to attain enlightenment, is the root of ultimate and temporary happiness. We can get even temporary happiness through bodhicitta. If we live our life with the full of bodhicitta, our life becomes an expression of bodhicitta. Whatever we do, everything ultimate or temporary happiness fall like a rain. As he so beautifully states, all suffering in the world come from selfishness, this self-cherishing thought. I'm more important than others. Just to take a moment to think about it, don't you think? This makes sense. All happiness comes from wishing for the happiness of others. Look at the difference between the Buddha and sentient beings like us. What more needs to be said? As simple as that. So this bodhicitta motivates us to practice Tantra. So answer should be this. When I asked why practice Tantra, why we enter Tantra, this strong bodhicitta, intense bodhicitta led us to Tantra. Should have led us to tantric practice, not due to the outer external kind of appearance of tantric practice. It looks cool or it's advanced or whatever reason might be. That also might be a part of it, but the core of the reason, motivation to enter Tantra should be the intense caring for all beings, not out of impatience or laziness. Like I heard the tantric path is a quick path. So I like easy path. I want to make this done as quickly as possible because I don't like to be this way or that way. That's wrong motivation. So out of compassion, so strong that we are willing to do whatever it takes, even take the swift and profound path of highest yoga tantra. In the motivation level, intention level, I'm willing to be born in the hell realm to save one single being. Whatever it takes, I'm willing to do. That sort of strong intention, directly or indirectly, allows us to escalate the path, this journey, believe or not. The intention, my teacher really emphasized this, especially in the West. We have a very superficial idea about tantric journey or advanced practice because there are lots of information available, but we really have to come back to our own motivations always, again and again. Otherwise it doesn't work. No matter how many years you've been practicing or you practice or you will practice, fruits will be very unsatisfactory. Then why Vajrayogini, particular these deities? There are many deities available or opportunity to practice, but why Vajrayogini specifically? Many of you have already read or understand or got the information about the speciality of Vajrayogini. Vajrayogini is a significant deity in highest yoga tantra because she offers profound and direct guidance on key element of the path. Vajrayogini represents the non-conceptual understanding of emptiness and the swift removal of disturbing emotions and the karmic tendencies. Of course, I'm just talking in a general term, very general. Specific thing will unfold once we get into teaching and practice yourself. You yourself practice. But here we are talking about Vajrayogini in general. Through her practice, we aim to eliminate the cause of suffering and achieve enlightenment more rapidly, swiftly. In this world, you can say the world of confusion and struggles, and the contemporary world we live, enabling us to help others without karmic limitations. So while there are many deities in Tantra, as I said, Vajrayogini's practice is uniquely potent in providing practitioners with the tools to cut through delusions and attachment, anger, and so forth, and awaken swiftly. Her method allows us to arise in a form that benefits all beings, free from the bond of karma and samsaric experiences. So at the core of Vajrayogini's practice, I'm again talking about a general term, is a union of bodhicitta and emptiness. So this understanding emptiness is emptiness, the reality, right? So same as the sutra and tantra, emptiness is emptiness. So the nature of the all phenomena, as the sutra especially teaches, emptiness, nature of self and the nature of anything else than self, called all the phenomena or the stuff, empty of any inherent existence, but as dependent without any intrinsic entity. So we free ourselves from karmic tendencies and disturbing emotion through understanding emptiness. So this is the same. Sutra, Tantra, no difference. So this is the key to liberate from samsara. Once liberated, we can appear in the form of directly benefit others. Tantra is based on the foundation of the understanding, or at least a glimpse into emptiness, understanding of emptiness. Without that, Tantra doesn't work. We cannot build Vajrayogini self-generation on the basis of this old same me, self-existing me, right? Yeah, so and what I wanted to say here is the sutric understanding, teaching, and study is crucial. Those of you who are relatively new to this journey, try your best to study, learn, meditate, contemplate, debate, analyze the sutric teaching, emptiness, bodhicitta, renunciation. Okay, if you want to make a tantric practice successful, that is the key. Then Tantra reveals itself to you. So I was talking about this bodhicitta, union of bodhicitta and emptiness. Once we get into that Vajrayogini teaching, we started to use a different terminology in Tantra, like a great bliss as a method, bodhicitta part, and clear light or cell as a substitute for emptiness. But those specific things will become clear once we have a basic understanding of bodhicitta and the emptiness. So I talked about already, this path required immense determination and perseverance. So Tsongkhapa, our founder, here with lineage, our lineage, really emphasize the need for the solid foundation based on these so-called three principal aspects of the path: renunciation, bodhicitta, and the correct understanding of emptiness. With these as our guide, we can fully engage in the profound practice of tantra. That is the first number one working basis for the practitioners. I know many students here, senior students, long-term practitioner, had so many, maybe your ears kind of painful. But see, if so, then make that one to the realization, non-dual understanding of these each point. Until then, don't stop practicing these three things. Okay, so now conclusion of this point is as we prepare for this journey, remember to immerse yourself in the motivation of compassion, gratitude, or wonder, and responsibility for this rare spiritual opportunity. Vajrayogini offers the most efficient method to benefit all beings, but it requires full commitment and the heart of bodhicitta. Yeah, I'm sure you have experience on the spiritual journey. Sometimes we discourage. Even Chenrezig discouraged, no? Chenrezig was working very hard for the sentient beings, and one day he realized how many people are saved. Look around, still so many people suffering. Then he was almost discouraged. He cried, and then from the tear, Tara came out, and Tara said, "Chenrezig, don't cry. I will help you. I will save all beings." Then Chenrezig's arms spread into 1,000 arms. What I'm saying is that sometimes we also discourage on this journey. Then remember this bodhicitta, this all suffering being. Actually, they are the savior for us because they remind us this suffering nature, conditioned nature of life, the world, and the possibility of alternative reality, possibility of awakening. This sacred outlook doesn't need to be this way forever. We are not doomed to be suffering, no? So encouragement now in the end. Let us now take this first step on the ripening path of empowerment with full devotion to the practice and dedication to helping all beings reach from the city of joy to city of joy. I like this Shantidevas, going from the city of joy to city of joy. What kind of person gets tired of this? With that note, let's take a few moments to kind of immerse yourself in the echo of whatever I shared with you. Something resonate, hopefully connected.